Thank you for agreeing to participate in a DACUM workshop at Central New Mexico Community College. This video will provide a quick overview of the DACUM process so you know what to expect. DACUM is an acronym for Developing a Curriculum. It is a workshop process developed by The Ohio State University of analyzing and storyboarding a job or occupational field. In order to design an appropriate curriculum, teaching students what they will actually do on the job. This process has been used successfully for companies such as AT&T and General Mills, in colleges such as the University of Alaska, and for government agencies such as NASA and the FDA. The process is cost-effective, industry-based, and produces a tangible product based on the knowledge of expert workers. The DACUM process is led by an experienced and trained facilitation team who draw upon the expertise of a panel of expert workers who have reputations for being the very best at their jobs. These workers explain exactly what they do that allows them to be successful in their specific roles within a particular organization. These workers are often referred to as the subject matter experts. The input of the subject matter experts, or panelists, that's you, is key to this process. The DACUM philosophy is that expert workers can describe and define their job more accurately than anyone else. The DACUM facilitation and reporting process divides occupations into general areas of competence. Each general area, or major job duty, is further broken down into its specific tasks. These tasks are structured individually in small blocks on the DACUM chart. This results in greater clarity for job role expectations, performance measurement, and quality assurance. During the workshop, the facilitation team will guide the panel through the process of using concrete descriptors to lay out each job duty and its associated tasks. We will also capture all of the enablers, the general knowledge and skills, equipment and materials, and behaviors that the expert panelists identify as essential items to enable workers to perform their duties and tasks. Our facilitation team has conducted several DACUM workshops, and the response of the panelists has been overwhelmingly positive. Please watch this video to show you a little bit more of what we'll be creating. Here's an example of a DACUM research chart that we did last year for the school business officers. You'll notice that it has all of the panelists' names, and then here is the chart itself. On the left-hand side, we will list all of the major duties. On this chart, it goes from A through H. So there were 8 major duties that the panelists identified. The first major duty here is participate in organization's leadership. You'll see that the second one is to develop the organization's budget, and the third one is to manage the organization's budget. You'll notice that each of these duty statements begin with a verb, an action verb, and end in an object upon which the worker acts. The tasks then delineate what the duties represent. So, for example, in participate in organization's leadership, one of the tasks is to participate in strategic plans. Another is to present funding sources. Another is to discuss the current organizational position, etc. So for each of those eight major duties, we have delineated several tasks that the worker would be performing. Now, once we have completed all of this work into this chart, then I will be sending you a survey, and you will perhaps be telling us how often you engage in that task. For this chart, we did ask them how often they perform those tasks, and you will see that about 70% of the respondents said that they participated in strategic plans about once a year, whereas 80% said that they participated in presenting funding sources about once a month. And you can see how that goes there. So as we are putting together this curriculum, we can look at this and see how to organize and how to teach that kind of practice. Let's go back to our chart. The other thing that we will be making besides this chart is we will be making lists of the general knowledge and skills necessary to complete this job. So it may be different things like different kinds of rules, policies, procedures. It may be different kinds of software that's necessary for them to understand. There also is usually a specific skill set that this job would require, as like the ability to change perspectives or to be detail oriented. Another one that we will be capturing is the behaviors that this position would require, like being competent, being organized, being able to accept shortcomings, things like that you will identify. Acronyms will also be defined. The other thing we'll be asking you for is your recommendations. What should we include? What should we make sure that we include in this curriculum development? What do you wish had been covered in your education and training? So we will be creating this with your information over the next couple of days.
The process is extremely productive, interesting, and often fun. See you at the workshop.